This is the story of Toyota.
Hello, I'm Alec Murdoch, and welcome to an inspirational story of a company created by people of great vision, unshakable character, and courage. The story of Toyota is very much a family saga, steeped in tradition. So, how did Toyota transform a small Japanese loom company into an international corporation? The journey began with a young carpenter apprentice, Sakichi Toyoda, and his burning desire to fulfill his dream. In the West, the Industrial Revolution was erupting. It was a time of innovation and invention. For Japan to compete, it had to join the revolution or forever be left behind. So when Japan put the call out for inventors, no one answered quicker than Sakichi Toyoda. Against his father's wishes, in his spare time, he sketched his ideas and built test looms, leaving little time for carpentry. His hard work was finally rewarded in 1891. At the age of 24, he patented his first invention, a wooden, manually operated loom. For the next 3 years, he kept working, continually making improvements. By 1894, he had invented a machine that would wind yarn onto a reel. This invention led to a profitable company. And 3 years later, his hard work paid off again, when he invented Japan's first automatic loom. With success at hand, the shadow of turmoil loomed on the horizon. Recession soon devastated the Japanese economy. Sakichi Toyoda's unwavering commitment to spending vital funds on research and development was blamed for the company's poor financial performance. In 1910, Sakichi Toyoda was forced to resign from his own company. He lost his factory, his employees, and the rights to many of the machines he had invented. 20 years of dedication and hard work were suddenly gone. Deeply depressed, Sakichi Toyoda considered giving up. He was finding destiny to be a hard taskmaster. Unsure of his future, Sakichi Toyoda traveled to the United States. He was amazed at the industrial advances he saw. One item in particular captured his attention and ignited a dream, a new vision: the automobile. Inspired by his trip to America, Sakichi Toyoda returned to Japan and began again. With hard work and determination, he formed a new company, Toyoda Spinning and Weaving. This new company sold the cloth it manufactured. Now with a steady income, Sakichi was free to once again perfect his fully automatic loom and dream of building an automobile. Joining him was his son, Kiichiro Toyoda, a young engineer fresh out of college. Kiichiro, like his father, was also a man of vision.
お父さんから受け継いだ才能は何かとよく聞かれます。I reply by saying, my father was a man of vision. To me, his most valuable quality was his will to make every effort to achieve a single objective. My destiny was to take his vision and build Japan's first automobile.
Sakichi Toyoda's dream of building an automobile was one that few thought would ever be reached. But that was about to change. In 1929, Sakichi Toyoda sold the rights to his fully automatic loom for 1 million yen, which he offered to his son under one condition: use it all for research on the production of the automobile. Kiichiro Toyoda had his reservations, but he put them aside, embraced his father's dream, and took up the challenge. He began the process by visiting the premier automotive manufacturers in America, like his father had. He came back to Japan, convinced he could build an automobile. a small corner of Toyota Automatic Loom Works, with reluctant family approval and funding, Kiichiro Toyoda and his newly assembled team of engineers rolled up their sleeves and in 1930 began the difficult task of building Japan's first car for the masses. Kiichiro was now more determined than ever to see the vision of his father fulfilled.
For the next 3 years, we threw ourselves into our work. But enthusiasm could not make up for the lack of basic technology and experience, nor the fact that my family and management of the company were less than enthusiastic about our endeavors.
Toyota Automatic Loom Works established an automobile department in 1933. By the following year, Kiichiro Toyoda's team had developed Japan's first prototype automobile engine. In 1935, they accomplished the almost impossible, the creation of Toyota's first prototype automobile, the Model A1, conceived, designed, and built from scratch in just 5 years. The following year marked the birth of Toyota Motor Corporation, which laid the groundwork for decades of industry leadership. The next step was to set up a network of dealerships all across Japan. The car was an instant success, and it soon became clear that another manufacturing plant was needed. To raise the necessary funds, Kiichiro Toyoda sold shares in a new company, Toyota Motor Company Limited. The new plant was built in Koromo, Japan, now known as Toyota City. Toyota Motor Company began with great enthusiasm and excitement. By the late 40s, global events brought Toyota close to bankruptcy, and Kiichiro Toyoda was forced to cut workers' pay. 2 years later, the company closed 2 facilities, and 1,600 workers were asked to resign. Debts continued to mount as auto union workers went on strike and brought production to a halt. As a result, Kiichiro Toyoda resigned. With the Koromo factory operating at full capacity, Toyota was back on the road to profitability within a few years. They had lost a lot of ground, but they were determined to catch up.
アメリカに来た時、素晴らしい繁栄を見ました。
It seemed as if every American family wanted 2 cars.
But they could only afford 1 American car. We knew that the time was right for Toyota to come to America because we knew we could build a more affordable car.
The car Toyota would ship was the Toyopet Crown. The company believed international success and acceptance was just around the corner. In 1966, Toyota introduced the Corolla. The company was on the move. In 1984, Toyota opened the new United Motor Manufacturing plant in the United States. It was a joint venture with General Motors. This plant presented a golden opportunity to put the Toyota Production System, or TPS, to the test outside Japan. At the time, these were fairly radical concepts in the U.S., where adversarial layered relationships had been the norm. NUMMI's ultimate success set the stage for applying TPS worldwide. With its emergence as a diversified global corporate leader, Toyota has established a common set of values, beliefs, and business methods that act as the lifeblood of the company. Collectively, they're known as the Toyota Way.